If you exercise, any exercise for that matter, it can be walk, it can be running, it can be swimming, it can be dancing. And dancing, everybody I think can do. If you put music and just dance as you feel like dancing, and that is a really good exercise.
Singing.
Yeah, even singing. And of course our yoga and meditation is very much helpful in this when we are mentally disturbed. Friends, first of all, let me thank you all for giving me this opportunity to speak today on mental health. We'll just see first of all what is health. Health by definition means it is physical, mental, social and spiritual well-being of any individual, and it is not just merely the absence of diseases. Mental Health Day on 10th October 1992 was started. And this Mental Health Day, this year's theme was Mental Health, Universal Right of Human Being. Now especially when we go to school and when we ask children, and even sometimes in a larger senior people's group, when I ask what is your precious possession that you have, then most of the elderly say that it is a family. Children say that it is some toy or something, or they are sometimes say mother also, but nobody says it is our self body. So that thing should be there first. The priority for each one should be first for our personal body. Next, you give child utmost love, whatever amount of love you can give, but at the same time, when the child is determined or is adamant and wants something, then you explain to the child that this thing cannot be given to you. And I am 100% sure that if you give love and then you give this explanation, they will surely listen to you. Sometimes we say I cannot. But that is not the thing. We are somewhere short to explain to the child. So this way, slowly the emotions build in a child, and by the time the child is 24 years, 25, another thing there is we call something called prefrontal cortex. Now this prefrontal cortex is a part of the brain which gives us to discriminate between what is ethical, what is unethical, what is right, what is wrong. This way we cannot say sometimes what is right for me may be wrong for you, but at least overall that sort of distinguishing between the two, right and wrong, ethical, unethical, comes by age of 24 years. Basically, for any human being to survive, to be alive, we need three things: oxygen, then water and food. Human being also is a social animal. So in any animal there are four basic instincts, natural instincts. So of these four, one is sleep. All animals do sleep. Second is food. Third is sexual instinct. All have. And fourth is self-protection. Now, keeping those first three aside, we'll see about self-protection. Now, this too much of fear, it makes you sick. But little fear, like a pinch of salt in a dish, which is necessary for the taste, similarly, some fear is needed for our self-protection. There are various mental diseases, okay, right from depression, neurosis, anxiety, then we can say bipolar diversity, then there is called schizophrenia, then there is called psychosis, and so on and so forth. There are some neurodevelopmental mental illnesses, such as nowadays we can find quite a lot ADHD in children, attention deficit hyperactive disorder, ADHD. Then in this condition the child is not stable, child doesn't sit in one place, it is all the time moving, and the class teacher and the teacher always grumbles that this child doesn't listen. So we have to find out, and all these conditions, its exactly cause is not known. That's why we cannot give say one-to-one treatment. So ADHD, then there is another, you must be knowing, it is autistic. So autism. So this autism also, in autism what happens, a child cannot connect, child cannot express himself, neither the child cannot grasp what you say, and it is in his own world, doing something, playing with one toy or some movements and all. So this is a neurodevelopmental disorders. Then again, as we grow old, we may get some diseases like dementia, Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's also exact cause is not known. Okay, so it is said that one of the proteins is deposits in the neurons, and that deposition of this protein makes the nerves weak, and that's why there is Alzheimer's. So this way, when there is a whole lot of battery, I can say, of the diseases, there is treatment also, not that there is, and it is mostly mental diseases is a sort of stigma even now. People prefer to say that he is HIV positive, but people are not ready to say that he is psychotic. Okay, so this stigma, social stigma is there. That's why the people with this disease don't come forward to take the treatment. And when they are, especially when they are violent and all, they become sometimes violent, you have to give them injections and sedate, admit them. So such things also happen. Okay, and nobody can be after them. Even if you give them tablets, even if you put them tablets in the mouth, they may spit them out. So those drugs don't help if they don't come forward and take the treatment. So it is the patient who has to take care of his illness in such diseases. So as I was saying about fear, there is now recently one new global disease is coming up called FOMO. Now this FOMO is fear of missing out, and this is seen mostly in younger age group, and this is happening because of the social media. Okay, so when there is this fear of missing out, means the younger generation, this can be in anyone for that matter, it can be even in 70 plus. Okay, but it is little less seen, because by that time we have our career is done, we are mature enough. But when they are going in their new career and all, that time they feel missed out when they don't attend a group party. Suppose if there is a Saturday night party and one boy, 25-year-old, doesn't want to go for that party because he has some important work, some studies he want to do. But because the fear is there of FOMO, of missing out, he goes for that function. Okay, and because if he feels that if he doesn't attend it, then there may be the others may laugh at him. The others may feel say that you are a bookworm or whatever. Okay, so that feeling of what others will think of myself is creating this FOMO. Children started going into extreme actions like suicide. Okay, so with all these, it is really tough time, and for all this we have to see that it is each one's responsibility. As I said, when the brain is growing till 25, we can, and the children are with us, we can make them strong, okay, and strong mentally. Okay, we give them food for physical fitness, we take them for recreation, for their entertainment, but we forget to give the food for mental health, such as reading books with them, talking to them, giving them time. We should be very much alert now, especially now in this society when there is so much temptations. We must be alert and give that guidance to the child. Now, in short, I will tell you how to remain mentally fit. Okay, so first and foremost, food. Food should be nutritious, less carbohydrate, less fat. Okay, because as I said, even Alzheimer's, it is seen that these proteins, unnecessary fat, cholesterol, all that is deposited, and we get all sorts of dementias and all. So we have to be careful with our food. Then, and secondly, food, sometimes we eat something in a restaurant and then we come and blame. Please don't do that. Either you eat and be happy, and otherwise don't go to the restaurant and eat outside if you don't want. Okay, so because that negative thought will make you still sick, mentally sick. Okay, then second is sleep. We must have, whoever it is, younger the child, more sleep is needed. A newborn child sleeps almost for 20 to 24 hours. Okay, almost. Then as the child grows, 10 hours sleep is must for a small child, and these days we have to wake them up to go to school, and that is actually the new school policy includes that the timing of the school should be little late, not 8 o'clock. Okay, or else, as we were doing, we were sleeping at 9 o'clock when we were small, we can make that same this thing for these children, so that if they sleep by 9 o'clock, they can get up at 6 o'clock or so. So that 10 hours sleep. Now elderly, when we are at our age, it should be around 7 to 8 hours sleep. Okay, and before sleep, which I am sure nobody of us does it, we have to put off our screen, whether it's mobile, whether it's television, whatever, 1 hour prior to sleep. Okay, otherwise that whatever light you can say, whatever messages, all that remains in our eyes and minds and all, and then the sleep delays. So you have to see that you can put on mild music before sleep. You can just do some prayers before sleep. But 1 hour prior you should be done with all your food and all, and sit. You can talk amongst yourself and then go to bed. So the sleep is needed. Third thing is daily course. Our daily routine course sometimes become little boring, doing same thing again and again. But even those courses we have to do with a zeal. You make some changes here and there and you do it. Sometimes and doing some good thing for other. Okay, don't expect anything from anyone, neither your husband nor your children. Don't expect anything, neither from your wife. Okay, so sometimes we put such a nice show, we make such a nice dish, but people come, eat and go. Nobody praises the food, nothing is said about the food, nothing is said about the decoration, and we feel guilty, we feel sad. Why? It is not, you are not doing it because of somebody else. If they praise, well and good. If they don't praise, forget it. You are happy because you have done something new today, and that's why your day was very good. So be happy, be contented, and sometimes some grannies will be here, your daughter or your son will drop your small kid with you and they will go for movie. You will say, अरे मेरे बच्चों के भी मैंने किया, इनके बच्चों को मुझे करना पड़ता है. So don't grumble, do it happily, because the happiness that child gives us is much more than anything. So when you are with child, be with like a child and do whatever you are doing. Don't it's not that you do what you like, but you like what you do. Okay, so you start liking what you do, whatever you may be doing day to day. Then another fourth thing we can say, that go in society. Now with Rotary and all, you are so much you come together, and it's nice to see once in a way, talk to your friends, even you can gossip, no problem. On phone you can gossip, but when somebody else gossips about you, don't bother. Okay, so there is no harm. It gives you oxytocin, and you feel nice when you gossip. Okay, so be in society, do something. You need not go for a special social work. Sometimes as a doctor we are invited, we are called, and we feel that okay, now that I have no much work, I can give my services. That is separate story, but that doesn't mean that every person can go out in society and do the social service or whatever we say. But you can definitely help your servant, you can definitely help your daughter-in-law. Okay, so this is also service to somebody else other than yourself. Okay, so this way we can be in society and do some work. Another best thing we can do is have faith in one person. He or she, doesn't matter. It may be your husband, it may be your wife, it may be your father, mother, even your daughter, elder daughter who is now adult. Anyone, friend, best friend it can be. You have one person, select one person and have faith in him, and say whatever you want to say, you talk to that person. You open out to somebody when for anything. You laugh with that person, you make crack jokes, anything you can do. You must know that that person is faithful to you and you are faithful to that person. So that relieves all your stress. It is a stress buster, that friend or that person, whoever is a stress buster for all of us. So, and stay away from addictions. Sometimes there are some, even doctors say, but that ache may lead to depression. That particular time when somebody eats this tobacco and takes a drink of alcohol, you feel euphoric, you feel nice, you feel happy. But once that effect is over, then there is definitely depression of the brain, and you later on you may go in depression. Okay, so that's why see that you stay away from addictions. And for addictions it is anything. It is not only the alcohol, it can be sexual addiction, it can be drugs addiction. Okay, it can be any sort of, whatever is not needed, and we are so much tempted for that becomes addiction. If you exercise, any exercise for that matter, it can be walk, it can be running, it can be swimming, it can be dancing. And dancing everybody I think can do. If you put music and just dance as you feel like dancing, and that is a really good exercise.
Singing, even singing.
Yeah, even singing. And of course our yoga and meditation is very much helpful in this when we are mentally disturbed. Even I think when we go to bed, we need not do meditation only in the morning. When we are going to bed, even that time if we do go in meditation, I think we will get much better sleep. Okay, so mainly the exercise is a must to keep us mentally fit. More you see, most of the time when the laborers who hardly have a place in their house to sleep, who hardly have clothes to wear, who hardly have not much food to eat, not various types of food to eat, but they are not mentally sick, because they are all the time doing their physical labor, and because of that physical activity they remain mentally fit. So we must have some physical exercise, and if ladies cannot go out in the morning, there is some work in the house, late night there is another, again there is work in the house. So, and in between we cannot move out, there is no place. So best thing is put radio or your music player and dance. In day-to-day life, you must do something or the other, something new that you can feel nice about it. Keep yourself busy. Because our routine job we can finish within 1 hour. I can tell you within 1 hour, because we have servant, we have this one to clean that. So with all that, when you don't have anybody during Corona period, you must have noticed that whole day we were busy, and plus we were calling our husbands to help us. So it is not that we are not distant, but otherwise when we have so many helping hands like servants, and that time we have lots of time. So keep your mind busy. Empty mind is devil's workshop. So keep your mind busy, keep your hands busy, and you will, in any ways, in any creativity, you can write, you can draw, you can do that knitting, any exercise for that matter which you like, hobby, you keep it. Okay, and you should think that if you are alone, then what hobby you will do. There are some hobbies where you need another person. Suppose if you have a hobby of touring, if you can do alone, no problem, go alone. Okay, take some your friends and go, no problem. Don't wait for husbands. Okay, so these are few things which if we do regularly on regular basis, then I think we should not get any mental illness, and we will see that basically now we will see that our children become mentally healthy and mentally strong. Last, but I want to say that we have to कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्य मा फलेषु कदाचन. We'll have to keep on doing, working. कर्म करत राहायचं, काम करत राहायचं. पण what we get, we cannot expect what we will get. We will do at the best of our capacity whatever we are doing, right from our heart. Okay, असं म्हणतात की मनात आपण म्हणतो, but actually विचार जे असतात ते मनात नसतात, it is here. So we'll do the best, and we must, at least I believe that there is some supernatural superpower which makes all this, makes us work, and whatever is in your destiny, you get it. Only thing, if you do it from your heart, from your brain, from your good thoughts. There is one saying, it's not saying, these Brahma Kumaris and all, oftenly they say, jaisa an vaisa tan, jaisa tan vaisa man, jaisa man vaisa vichar, jaisa vichar vaisi kriti. So we act, it should be from our heart, from our brain, good thoughts should come, and then if we work in this way, then I think there is no need for any mental health talk, and the diseases should curtail. So my sincere thanks to Rotary Club Hilltown and Inner Wheel Club of Ponda Hilltown, and our Anandaghan team of Urja Talks, Mohanish Tirve. Thank you.